in queste amene piogge sere, da se ridente nascono i fiori, in queste amene piogge sere.
Nicely raked. This has all been raked.
Yeah, we were a little worried about driving on it because we thought maybe we were disturbing the rake.
Guy out here, you know, he's going to be raking all this stuff just before we turned up.
Quite soon an infuriated gardener is going to come out. I just bloody raked that!
It's much better I leave it to her than me. Now what are you going to be doing?
I've no idea.
Well, what do you think? Is it going to remain like this, or is it going to...
Well, why not bring up the weather forecast? I mean, what are you intending to do now? There's only one, are you going to have, is there going to be a lecture?
No. There's music, that's all.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Aye. What about the... Oh!
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, come on, the film's running.
Right.
Wow! Brilliant, Professor Gates.
And then I came to Bath, and I got off the train, and I just couldn't believe the city. It was so fantastic.
Yeah, it's like
That I
little
just wanted to
fairyland.
come here. It was nothing to do with the university.
This is Lansdowne Crescent, right?
Yeah.
It's
No, Camden.
Camden Crescent. Wow. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah, this is the end dropped off this crescent.
You mean it fell down?
Georgian times, yeah, the other end. There was a landslip and the end of the crescent fell down.
Didn't Carr have an apartment right on the edge here?
It was just down there in that row of buildings. It's one of those houses there up at the top.
Okay. And this is, of course, Lansdowne Crescent, where I used to live. Isn't it lovely?
It sure is.
I think it was you that gave me that beautiful sepia print, which I still have of her. Cool, what a beauty.
You're not making like this anymore.
No. And like so many of Bath Crescents, it faces an open field. So who actually owns the field?
Well, the peasant does.
It's wonderful, so you never have your view blocked.
No, I imagine they have to pay a little bit every year to have it cut and so on.
And this is my old apartment, number 2.
I
Just
thought
drove
was
past
number
it,
two,
yeah. Cool, lovely.
It may have been number 4, but it's certainly one of those.
The turret, the circular tower, that's so unusual, right in the end of the crescent. Isn't that pretty?
Although, of course, you do know that Jar Rastafari did live in Bath during the Second World War.
I did not know Jar Rastafari lived in Bath during the Second World War.
Yeah, the Emperor Haile Selassie.
Right. He wasn't very Selassie, he was highly Selassie.
Extremely Selassie.
Extremely Selassie.
It was a single-deck bus. And the first time I did it, we stopped and my conductor said, "Right, Timothy, well, we got a quarter of an hour, so let's go and see old Mrs. and I can't remember her name. But we walked down here and across here, and I think it was number 11, possibly.
Yeah.
And he knocked on the door, and this little old lady, well-to-do lady, came to the door.
Yeah.
And there we were, 2 busmen in uniform. It was a hot summer's day. And she said, "Ah, yes, do come in." And we went into a little hallway. She said, "Just wait there a moment." She went off downstairs.
Yeah.
She came up with a little silver tray with 2 glasses with lemon barley water in it. And gave us a
great.
glass each.
This is Park Mansions. This is where we used to live, right at the top here. I had some GAF 500, which I bumped to 1000. I was trying to take night photographs, and this lady, one of the elderly people from the square, came and yelled at me, "Get out of the square, you cheap young hooligan." And of course the jewel of Bath, it's cobbled road, this is going to be unwatchable, is the Royal Crescent, Of course, this is where all the tourists come as well. Hello. Good morning, little schoolgirl. And this is, of course, the most famous crescent in Bath, the Royal Crescent, where I think Kubrick made one of his movies here, and he had to have everyone paint the door a different colour because, of course, they didn't have yellow paint or whatever in those days. One of the old hippies here was hired to look after all the film equipment, and they pitched a tent right here in front of the crescent. Mick was supposed to sleep there and make sure nothing was stolen, and of course he woke up one morning and after spending the night at the Hat and Feather, he was drunk, and of course all the stuff had been stolen. And the other great story about the Crescent is, of course, the Bath Arts Workshop used to own an apartment here on the ground floor, and they had a big party one night and the floor collapsed into the basement. Everybody was dancing and the whole floor just fell into the basement, but luckily nobody was hurt. And here's Tim in his car.
Hello.
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Pete.
Hello, hey, bloody heck. This is the Royal Circus.
No, just the circus.
Isn't it royal?
No. The Royal Crescent.
The Royal Crescent, but this is just the circus. It's actually 3 crescents facing each other, right? Yeah, and this is even more expensive than the Royal Crescent.
Oh no, it isn't.
Really?
The
Crescent's
Royal
more?
Crescent's the most expensive place in town.
Oh, okay. Now, Mickey Godwin had an apartment up the roof here, right in this corner, and we watched the toga race from it. And everyone was dressed in a white toga. This is Great Pulteney Street. Just, this is the street where the legend is the sellers go under the road and meet at the middle under the road, and there used to be kind of like an underground tunnel down there, and people used to deliver milk and bacon and newspapers and things through the underground road. Although it's just an urban myth, really, isn't it, Tim? I mean, I don't think anyone's ever seen it.
There's cellars down there, that's for sure.
Oh, the cellars are there. There's no doubt about that.
There's no doubt
but
about that.
is there a little
I don't
road
think there's
between
any
them?
linking way, no.
Oh my God! Oh my God!